Welcome to Lumos Energy Body membership. Lumos Energy Body is the world's first energy-only 5D chiropractic practice, which means that we don't actually have a physical practice. We have a 5D energetic clinic or practice, an area that you will come into to work into. And the membership is really that practice. It really is that clinic that you will come into. So why did we decide to start an energy-only practice? Great question. One was that we really wanted to be free. We wanted to be free to move in and out in the physical world, to take our children wherever we wanted, to live wherever we wanted. And having a chiropractic practice didn't really suit that. So that was the first reason. The second reason didn't really sink in until I found this quote from Dee Dee Palmer, who was the founder of chiropractic. Now, Dee Dee wrote quite a lot of publications and books, and in one of the ones he wrote in 1910, in the Chiropractic Adjuster, he wrote a dedication to all of those who would be chiropractors. And through time and space, 123 years later, I have found this quote, and it speaks to me so profoundly and deeply to why I actually became a chiropractor. So I'll read it to you. It says, "To all those who long to elevate the human race by freeing it from ignorance, traditional prejudice, superstition, and the pernicious delusions of the superiority of drug medicine and the necessity of surgical mutilation, and especially to those who desire to know the best method of removing the unnatural and unnecessary condition called disease, conditions which not only cause suffering, shorten life, and lessen natural and intellectual progress, but prevent the acquirement of metaphysical knowledge so necessary for the next stage of existence, this book is most earnestly dedicated." So there's a lot in that. But what it speaks to me is that chiropractors, all of those who long to be chiropractors, what we really want to be doing is elevating the human race, freeing them from ignorance, prejudice, superstitions, and delusions. Now, I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound anything like, "Oh, I'm going to crack your back so you don't have headaches anymore." So the idea of chiropractic was to free and elevate the human race. The other part that it talks about is to knowing the best method to remove the unnatural and unnecessary condition of disease. What is the best method? Back in 1910, the best method was putting a physical force into the spine to help reduce that unnecessary condition of disease, right? But now, 123 years later, we are no longer in that consciousness where we need to put force into the body. And Dee Dee talked about desire to know the best method. And you know what? For me, sitting in my chiropractic practice doing these, I was a normal chiropractor for 10 years. Then I became a network spinal chiropractor for 5 of those. But still, sitting in my practice and doing the same method over and over and over again to remove the unnecessary and unnatural conditions that create disease, I thought to myself, is that the best method? Is it? I don't know, because I've always done the same thing. But Dee Dee did not talk about, all right, the method is always going to be cracking someone's spine or using an activator or, touching them. He said, those who desire to know the best method. What is the best method? You know what? We don't know. But consciousness has evolved so far that we can start looking at different methods. Dee Dee had never had any clue. How would he have known that the internet would exist 123 years later after he finished, he founded chiropractic? He wouldn't have. So for me, going online and going 5D is pushing that envelope. It is, pushing the next stage of existence, pushing the evolution of humanity and searching for that best method. What is the best method? I don't believe that Dee Dee believed that he had found the best method. I believe that he hoped chiropractic would evolve. And I feel like it's my absolute privilege to be able to do that with Lumos Energy Body. The other thing he talks about in this is that disease not only causes great suffering, shortens life, and lessens natural and intellectual progress, right? So disease is obviously causing us suffering and stuff, lessening our natural processes, but our intellectual processes. Didi definitely believed that disease and dis-ease and anything that was, other than bliss was lessening our intellectual progress as well. So not just our physical process, but the mind and the brain as well. And then the second part he says in that, it prevents the proper acquirement of metaphysical knowledge so necessary for the next stage of existence. So Didi believed that disease, Didi believed that all of these things that keep us away from bliss stop our evolution as humanity. It stops our evolution. And again, this has nothing to do with back pain or headaches. This has everything to do with the next stage of human existence. And I don't believe that Didi thought that chiropractic would be where it is today. And I don't think that it has stopped. I think that there's more that we can do. We have so much at our disposal, as well as a higher level of consciousness, that we can get some shit done. And I think that we can do that. And I think Lumos Energy Body is cutting edge, revolutionary. There is a lot of evidence. You look at Joe Dispenza, a chiropractor, by the way, and Bruce Lipton, also not a chiropractor, but a huge chiropractic advocate. And these two men, by the way, they have looked at chiropractic and the true essence of chiropractic, the spiritual basis, the quantum nature of chiropractic. And they have gone, you know what? Didi envisioned something more than back pain and headaches. He envisioned that chiropractors would be revolutionaries, would be cutting edge, would be the people who would take humanity into the next level of evolution. And you know what? That fucking excites me. And I have not been this excited about chiropractic since I went into it. I mean, I don't even know if I was that excited when I started it, because I always wanted to ease the suffering. I wanted to make people feel better. And I have come to learn that pain and symptoms are all signposts to what is missing in our lives and what is holding us back from being our true potential. And none of this has anything to do with, oh, I sit badly, or I, don't eat enough food or anything. All my clients, all of them know those things. They all know how to move, how to eat, how to drink, how to do things. But we are sick as a society, sick as the human race. And it is because we are trapped. We are trapped by ignorance, prejudice, superstition, delusions. And that is all manifesting in our body as symptoms. And it is not treating those symptoms that is going to elevate humanity. It is not. What it is treating our faulty perceptions, the stuff that has got into our system, our ignorances, our prejudices, our delusions. All of those things are holding us back. And it is about changing our perception, our filters, the way we believe, the way we think, the way we interact with each other and our own bodies. That is what is going to save humanity, not what I believe traditional medicine and where chiropractic is going. And so I got to put my money where my mouth is, and I got to do what I got to do. And for me, that is why Lumos Energy Body is so cutting edge, revolutionary, needed, and where I must go. So thank you all for joining me in this, I guess a bit of a passionate rant on a soapbox. But yeah, I started the Lumos initiative as an experiment to see what was possible. And I was absolutely blown away. I had read, Joe Dispenza's Becoming Supernatural, and found the articles that he talks about, and, the ones on prayer. And I, studied Ho'oponopono and intuition and medical astrology and all of these things, just trying to gain an insight into what makes us human and what is making us so sick, and what is so hilarious. And tell God your plans, to make him laugh. But it all led me back to chiropractic. It all led me back to this one dedication that Dee Dee wrote. It led me back to the heart and soul and spirituality and roots of chiropractic. So that's what we're doing here. This is pure chiropractic. This isn't muddled by anything. This is back to who we are as humans. Chiropractic is all about reuniting man, the physical, with man, the spiritual. And I've always known that. But yeah, reading this quote, and it was like a light bulb, and a spark went off in me of just like, this is what we need to do. We need to get people away from treating symptoms of the dream, of saying, oh yes, it's just my back pain. No, it's so much deeper than that. And Lumos Energy Body is here for that. So thank you so much for being with me. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to make magic together. Thank you.